Hormuz, The Last Light. Episode 5, No Dawn. Janet crouched in the shadow of the market bridge, breath shallow, eyes locked on the dust-choked street. Hours had passed since Tyson vanished into the gunfire. The city was a dying animal now, buildings gutted, streets cracked open, air thick with the stench of burning fuel and something sweeter, more human. Drones whirred overhead like vultures. Every shadow moved wrong. She clutched the scavenged walkie-talkie, thumb hovering over the button. Static hissed back at her, mocking. No signal. No Tyson. No escape. The war had gone global. Radios spat fragments. Chinese hypersonics shredding U.S. carriers in the Pacific, NATO fracturing under Trump's rage, Iran's blockade turning the Gulf into a graveyard. But here, in this ruined corner of Israel, it was personal. It was the end of her. A boot scraped gravel 50 feet away. Janet froze. Someone was coming. The hunt. She slipped deeper into the alley, heart slamming like a trapped bird. The flashlight beam from earlier had betrayed her position. Now patrols swept the zone, Israeli and proxy forces colliding in the haze. Voices barked in Hebrew, Arabic, distorted English. Flashlights stabbed the dark like knives. Janet's mind raced through options, none good. The law firm felt like a dream from another life: boardrooms, promotions, power suits, now shredded rags. She'd traded partner track for survival. And lost. A beam swept inches from her face. She bit her lip bloody to stay silent. The patrol passed. But footsteps echoed behind, lighter, deliberate. Not military. Scavenger? Worse? Tyson, she whispered into the void. No answer. Then, from the walkie, a burst of static, then his voice, faint and broken. Janet. East Bridge. Ambush. Don't cut dead. Hope surged, then curdled. East Bridge was behind her. She'd have to double back through hell. She moved. Nail-biting gauntlet. The streets were a nightmare maze. Janet darted from doorway to rubble pile, every step a gamble. A drone buzzed low. She flattened against a wall as it scanned, red light pulsing like a predator's eye. It lingered. Passed. Gunfire chattered 2 blocks over. She smelled smoke, heard screams cut short. A body slumped in a gutter, civilian, eyes glassy, mid-prayer. Janet gagged, stepped over. Halfway to the bridge, the real horror hit, a proxy patrol. For men, ragged uniforms, Iranian markings. They dragged a screaming woman from a hiding spot, rifles raised. Janet choked back a gasp, backed into a bombed-out shop. Inside, darkness. Broken glass. A child's shoe in the corner. Footsteps outside. One of them entered. She held her breath. He swept the room slow, rifle barrel inches from her face. His radio crackled. Chinese chatter overlay, Navy ghost secured. Hormuz locked. The man laughed low, a wet sound. He turned. Missed her. Left. Janet vomited silently against the wall. False hope. The East Bridge loomed, collapsed half, steel twisted like bones. Smoke veiled it. She crept forward, whispering Tyson's name. A shape moved. Broad shoulders. Limp. Tyson. He turned, alive, bloodied, arm hanging useless. Janet, run. Too late. Ambush erupted. Proxy fighters melted from shadows, AKs blazing. Tyson fired back with a scavenged pistol, pop, 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 dropping one. Bullets chipped concrete around Janet. She dove behind wreckage, shards slicing her palms. Tyson fought like a demon, wounded leg dragging, but numbers won. A burst caught his shoulder. He staggered. Go, he roared. Janet scrambled toward him, law firm discipline fueling madness. She reached his side, yanked him down. Not without. Grenade. It bounced once. Time stretched. Boom. Shrapnel tore the air. Janet felt the world rip open, fire in her gut, legs gone numb. Tyson screamed her name, crawling through dust, blood bubbling from his mouth. She hit the ground, vision tunneling. Pain bloomed slow, then apocalyptic. Intestines spilled hot across her lap. She tried to scream. Only pink froth came. Tyson dragged her behind cover, hands pressing her wound. Futile. Stay with me, partner, remember? You don't quit. Her eyes locked on his. Tell. New York. I tried. He sobbed, marine broken. Proxies closed in, boots crunching glass. Final burst. Tyson's body jerked, slumped over her. Darkness took her first. His hand went limp in hers. Epilogue. Janet Dirk died choking on her own blood, a world away from boardrooms. Tyson Ollie followed seconds later, the last of his ship, his fight, his hop-her. The Strait stayed closed. China's cyber ghosts haunted the seas. Trump raged at silent allies. Starmer stayed out. No heroes. No escape. Just layers of endings. One narrow throat choked the world. The last light went out. Series end.